triangles. Transposition. I'm gonna turn this blue into some shit. Bad man with jammer. Sure, let's jam that. Connector. Well, this is using lots of ideas. I can see why it's a triangle one. Maybe it'll raise the gates. Probably exists because you could have circumvented it other ways. But yeah, there's a lot of elements here. My brain's going, oh god, look at all the elements! Like that. Anything else worth jamming? We can jam that as well. We can't jam them both. Which means we want to do something. With blue. With red. It's not quite. Do we have a connector? Oh. It can't shoot through that laser. But great once the door's open. Great once the door's open. That is the only laser we have, isn't it? Probably don't need to do that. Maybe I do. Jam. Here we go. Bye, lasers.
Every site we've investigated has had one of these labs, but they seem primitive compared to some of the technology we're seeing above ground.
Are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
Yeah, they...
There seems to be a connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply causation, though.
True. But just because we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we have here is two things that reflect each other. We just don't understand how that reflection works or what causes it.
Look at magnets.
Miranda can tell us.
The end draft. After a lifetime dedicated to the written word, I faced with a task I could never have expected, writing the epitaph not only for myself but for my species. In the unlikely event that Alexandra Drennan is successful, one day someone reads this and meaningful insights can I share into this strange phenomenon that is humanity. I've spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time, so I let down one of the thought that I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. With more time, we could have found a cure. With a few political victories, we could have prepared to change any factor. Even by a little, we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment, it's just dumb luck. Bunch of numbers. I'm reaching for something here. I don't know what it is. Forgiveness, grace, acceptance. I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope, maybe. I feel like the story's unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaphs for humanity. Karen, from 51 Tales by Lord Dunsany. Karen leaned forwards and rode. All things were one with his weariness. It was not with him in a matter of... What? It was not with him a matter of years, of centuries, but the wide floods of times, and an old heaviness, and a pain in the arms that had become for him a part of the schemes that the gods had made, and was peace with of a piece of eternity. If the gods had even sent him a contrary wind, would have divided all time in his memory into two equal slabs. Don't know what the fuck that means. So grey were things always were when he was at that. So grey were all things always where he was, that if any radiance lingered for a moment among the dead on the face of such a queen, perhaps as Cleopatra, his eyes would not have perceived it. It was strange that the dead nowadays were coming in such numbers. They were coming in thousands where they used to come in 50s. It was neither Charon's duty nor his wont to ponder the grey soul of why these things might be. Charon leaned forward and rode. Then no one came for a while. It was not unusual for gods to send no one down to earth for such a space, but the gods knew best. Then one man came alone. There was a little shade, sat shivering on a lonely bench, and that great boat pushed off, only one passenger. Gods knew best, and the great and weary Charon rode on and on, besides that little silent shivering ghost. The sound of the river was a mighty sigh, that grief in the beginning and sighed among her sisters, and that could not die like the echoes of human sorrow, failing on earthly hills, was as old as time in the pain in Charon's arms. Then the boat from the slow grey river loomed up onto the coast of Dis, and little silent shade, still shivering, stepped ashore. Charon turned the boat wearily back to the world, and the little shadow spoke. That had been a man. I am the last, he said. No one had ever made Charon smile before. No one had ever made him weep. There's an obvious, perhaps intended interpretation. This is the end of humanity, and the last shadow is the last human to live. But another interpretation is equally possible, that humanity achieved immortality. The last shadow is the last human to die. I prefer the latter. Experiment modified to gain further insights to unexpected error, inconsistent results, simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What is going on here? Motherfucking magnets! There's a question mark over there. Far away, but it's there. Look at these lasers. Where's the... oh, it's... quite at the distance, but I shall get it. If this is our third island, then more might happen between them.
Just when I thought we'd found all the weird stuff.
It worked. I made a statue. Well, it half worked. The design wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic, but the good news is it all worked in principle.
So, humanity is great. I really believe that, and that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. They run whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. we've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
I like Trevor. Doesn't this make it easier? Jump. Only that first piece mattered. Thank you, drummer. Thanks.
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son, Icarus.
Daedalus was like, I know the way out.
Plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax. He warned his son to fly neither too high nor too low. But his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the sun's error?
So why didn't he build a back door to the labyrinth? Not that one. Not that one. One of these four. Not that one. Impatience. If we wanted to soar so high, we should have built better wings.
What matters the substance of his wings, if the sky was not meant for him? After the death of his son, Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land. King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled. But for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos, burned in his bath, as you seek your own answer.
big laser. Let me look around. What?
The megastructure. It's opening.
3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
If you consider the size of the entire structure,
Oh, you
then
can
that
jump off.
opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to go in there, into the creepy triangular maw of death?
More of death? I think it looks charming. To quote 1K, come on now, live a little.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right. I'm not winning this, am I?
Nope. Let's
Balance.
meet up with the VTOL, everybody. We're going in.
Shall travel to the Megastructure. Don't know why I said it like that. Tunnel.
By the way, I finished my analysis of the particle clouds. At first I thought they might be some kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that. What we're looking at is a completely unknown type and state of matter. Completely inexplicable within our understanding of physics. Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
Cool. Red laser, blue laser, green laser. I sense that these are puzzle beginnings. Is- Imagine an ant trying to make sense of the nuclear power plant. Imagine an armadillo trying to explain disco music. You get my drift? These particle clouds contradict every known law of physics. What's really shocking here isn't that we're seeing new and powerful technology. It's what it implies about our grasp of physics. Not of what we thought we knew was wrong or incomplete or some fundamental level. Humbling realization. I don't like it.
Come on, people, get on board. We haven't got all day. Yakut, take us in.
Aye, aye, sir.
I hope this game doesn't
Have any of you
end
ever
in
read
a
an
simulation.
ancient writer called Ian Banks?
I have heard of him.
Guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem. That's when a society encounters something so advanced, so different, that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is. This whole place is one giant outside context problem.
Where's my
And
phone?
we're headed right into it.
Google outside context problem.
I found this on the web.
I think I can set down over there. Should I?
Please do. I can't wait to get a closer look.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Ian M. Banks, if you want to be
Setting down.
technical about it.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as to who built this place and why.
The schematics we found in that lab were extremely incomplete. So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
I think someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
I do need to read those books. Cube or sphere? Sphere or cube? Sphere. Oh,
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these fast structures? Okay, door should be opening.
Thank you.
Now, about the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
Don't go too far. Try to circle back.
On it.
How the fuck did you get here ahead of me?
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second? That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps.
Sure, what's up?
When we first arrived here, I was really excited. It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced. If we figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far. And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, what if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control?
Honestly, I think it's too early to tell.
Fair enough. Maybe I shouldn't worry so much before we know more. Thanks for talking to me, 1K. I know we're in the middle of something, but I kind of needed that.
Oh, that's why the lab had magnets.
Looks like another set of puzzles. Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort of fractal symmetry.
Where the fuck are we on the map? Oh. I see. As I suspected, requires 3 lasers. Also, it says activate 3 beams on the top.
getting locked out of parts of the system. I think I've tracked down some more schematics, though. Let's see. This might do something. Or not.
I have found a puzzle. Huh. Huh. Hmm. Right. So I've not done a lot of talking. Obviously, a lot of the difficulty comes from them just being really far away from each other. But it's a pretty simple puzzle. So it's gone, okay, here's your baby steps. It's the RGB. Just gonna make sure there's no links that I'm missing. I don't think there are. I think I built all the bridges that need to be built. Yep. So that's the revisit to the RGB idea. A sort of pure form of it, but like elongated. Laser. That's where I came from? Yep, yeah it is. This is neat, by the way.
Good job, 1K.
Thank you. That's one down. Oh, that's what happens if you fall. Wish you didn't do that. Gonna go this way instead. More puzzles. Now we have holes, because that was the second gimmick. Okay, yeah, I get it.
I wonder how far down this goes.
There's the anti one. This probably is the red laser. So if we look at the map, so 3 puzzles in E is essentially what I'm doing. Do we want to come back to this? It's green that we're supposed to be doing right now. Do red after. I am gonna have to update my graphics card at some point, but like, I've got a bunch of house shit to do first. How do... Okay, we can actually take that. Just didn't see that. Red goes... Lovely. Oh, that was really easy compared to the other one. I guess it's quite elegant though. Green laser, go.
Well done.
Thank you. Now we must do the red laser. The red beam. Was this the alternate way up? Probably. What are you trying to achieve? We need blue. That blue goes to that, which inverts to red. Okay. That is red, it's just pretending to be blue. So if I place it here, and I just stop that. Can I can, okay. I did a second ago, didn't I? There we go. What a weird solution to that puzzle. I want to make sure I've gotten this right. Because you might be able to just turn that red off, to be honest. But I don't think you can turn that red off because I think you need the power somewhere. And it's the cut off right at the right second. I want to know if this is the correct solution. What would it... Okay, let's say I want to follow the connection. That blue is going to that. It's converting it to red. The red is what I want to keep, you see. Which is going to there. Which is going to there and there. You see, that blue is also... Maybe all I had to do is just turn that so it was only connected to that. Either way, I enjoy that I solved it by doing that.
The gate's open. 1K if you want to. Go ahead. I'll finish up scanning this.
Shit. And that's the last we saw of 1K. You can't die in this game. Alright, let's see if we can... Yeah, this is probably the intended solution. Yeah, it was. I like my original one better, though. I like they fucking undid that. Oh, the laser's already done. It just undid the puzzle for some reason. What's in here? Oh, have I still got a the radar on? I want the radar off. Compass. Question from Miranda, big number. I wonder, too big number. I wonder, was doing some reading while the last trial was running, and I came across something I don't understand. There's lots of references to ancient humans feeling that science is boring. To me, everything we're studying is mind-bendingly incredible, whether it's quark gluon confinement or anti-neutrino oscillations, or even something incredibly basic like the properties of light. I understand why our ancestors cared about art, why a beautifully crafted story or poem was moving to them, but how could they not see everything that surrounds us is just as incredible? Studying science is like studying the most incredible machine ever created, a machine designed to build worlds and tell stories. How could they not see that? I'm sure there's a good explanation, but I don't get it. You need to talk to Trevor.
Mother, what are you thinking about, Mother?
The Talos principle.
It's never the game!
It has two applications. One is to the self. It means facing the truth even if it frightens us. Understanding that living beings are machines and we can't afford to lie to ourselves. But that's just the beginning. The second application is to the world. This one seems easier at first. It's less difficult to understand that the universe is a machine governed by laws.
So we and the universe are the same?
No, and that's the crucial part. We are conscious. Consciousness is rare, unlikely, but it's also the foundation of everything else. Without us, there can be no meaning. Without someone to perceive it, the beauty of the universe is pointless. But that shouldn't make us arrogant. No, in fact, it means we carry a tremendous responsibility. We are the light of the cosmos. And if we go out, there will be nothing but a cold, dark machine.
Act 2. The human form divine.
Athena.
The founder was here?
She could still be here. What if this is why she left, to build all this? We have to look for her.
I'm reading some pretty big energy spikes. I think we better scramble.
But she could be right here, right behind the next door. I could turn around a corner and walk right into her.
If she's really here, she'll still be here when we come back. But right now, safety needs to come first. Let's go, Byron.
You're... Oh. Damn you, but you're right. Heading back.
Okay. Let us park ourselves in the next area. And then I'll let you go.
Was that really the founder?
I think so.
It was her. For years, I've wondered what happened to her, why she left, where she went, why she didn't tell me.
If the answers are here, I promise you we'll find them.
My phone's telling me to sleep.
Be careful. Follow protocol.
It's a sensible suggestion for once.
I still can't believe the founder built this place. Has she been here the whole time?
We don't know that she actually built it. All we know for sure is that she was here at some point.
Of course she built this. Who else would have the kind of vision necessary to accomplish something like this? The question is why? And why like this? Why recreate all these aspects of the simulation? What is she trying to tell us?
It does seem like it might be a test. I can't imagine any other explanation. But why is it so broken? Or does it just appear to be broken so that we have to learn how to fix it? I hate this.
Well, I know one thing for sure. Everyone in New Jerusalem is gonna go absolutely nuts.
I suspect there's going to be plot in New Jerusalem before we come back out.
All right, take us back to base camp, Yaku.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So all the flashes, by the way, I don't bring in the game. I think the game just hates my video card.
Looks like 2 of the northern sites are lighting up.
I think that may have been me. I suspect the puzzles are somehow tied to the transport system. Like we're supposed to solve them in a particular order.
Oh, look at the lasers. But it feels like we've done...
All right, everyone. Our main objective is getting back into the megastructure. 1K, I want you on puzzles. You seem to have a knack for them. But the rest of us can't neglect our secondary objectives of studying this island and understanding this technology.
Activate towers. The degree to which vegetation seems to have spread, I would guess the megastructure has been abandoned for a while, though the combination of moisture and heat has created an ideal environment for plant growth. What makes it harder to be sure is that some plants have clearly been placed for decorative purposes, so a lot of what we're seeing may have spread from there rather than coming from outside. Surprisingly beautiful, but also creepy. Yes, that makes sense. It's interesting that it gave us 2. I'm suspecting magnet puzzles. Why does it say activate towers? Oh. Towers, yes, of course. Triangle. Yeah, I thought it'd take us back to the city. Let's go north. I feel like I don't have much choice. If I click anything else, it just doesn't let me do anything.
You should be headed towards an island off the northern coast. The terrain's pretty rough, so be careful.
The island has another island.
Oh, that seemed to have broke.
How irritating.
Oh, it's loading.
What?
New biome is just dropped. I see the elevator. I see the elevator. Let us elevate ourselves. Is that puzzle 1? That's 2. Well, this feels like the original game, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of those blocks. Is this one? Mind-body dualism. We're not going to do any more puzzles tonight, but I want to see what the... Oh, hello. I want to see what the gimmick is.
What the?
Take control. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Oh, you get the gimmick. Let us reset the puzzle. Which is this button here. I wasn't expecting something else, to be honest. I saw something else in the lab. Little tear magnet thing.
How can I help you?
You know what? I'll leave it for next time. I think he's good. Yeah. Right. I've been the Johnstruct. I've been having a Talos principal adventure. We might be a quarter of the way through, apart from I haven't done any of the bonus puzzles. Well, I've done bonus. I've not found the stars, and I've not found certain wiggly groups. I don't know what the name of them are. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Farewell.